Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm going to get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra pass.
That's right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level. That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
No, you prove that by showing how you can help them win at the next level. All right, I'm cocky, but I'm not stupid, MP. All right, I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector. So if I want to lead this broke down town, I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Man, you ain't got to be Wimby to shoot out the gym. But since you care so much, I'm going to give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah, I bet. Let's do it.
Bet.
We're here in Plainview, Illinois, tonight's venue for Club League basketball between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. What a game this should be between two heated rivals on the club circuit.
Heated rivals indeed. Rarely do you see teams like this dislike each other this much, especially in the Club League circuit. But you know what? This is a showcase game for both teams.
At the center of it all will be MP, the star player for the Dynasty. He'll be tasked with keeping their winning streak alive.
Looking to make it a dozen straight wins to start the Club League season, but I know the Wolfpack are licking their chops at the prospect of ending the Dynasty's win streak. And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other. Of all the guys who want to leave open on the perimeter, he's the last guy on the list.
And it's in there!
Dude is the floor general. He can find the open man anywhere.
Now here's Stopper. Passes to Wells. Another miss by Wells. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Pure from three-point range.
Kept his head up. Good look by Fisher.
Wells with it.
And we've talked about the heated interactions of these teams before. It's a result of history and proximity.
Oh, yeah. The bad blood comes from getting in each other's faces way too often over the years. Certainly doesn't help they operate out of the same region in Illinois.
Left side, Stoffer. Back to Timmerman. Passes to Wells. Shots blocked. One-on-one fast break. From the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
I'll tell you what, that's one he wants back.
It was high percentage, but it wasn't going that time.
Here's Robinson. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Another three for the Dynasty.
A play like that shows you how advanced Luan's understanding of the game is. He found the open man with no problem.
And Patrick Wells outside. The Dynasty grabbed the miss.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a five-star recruit and has a clear path.
Take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Now Wells. Pass over to Robinson. And Zadirko over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Substitution for the Wolfpack, Joey Johnson.
Dynasty on D. They get it back. Wells, no good.
He's having a tough quarter offensively.
Despite that, he remains aggressively looking for his shot.
Their offense has been on an absolute tear. They're simply overpowering the opposition and taking this game right now.
100%. We'll see if they can manage to keep this up. And you look at the dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the dynasty as soon as he joined. MP has been something else this first half, well on his way to a huge game. Pass over to Robinson. Wells. Tries to snap the cold streak. Basket made. Just his second of this contest. Now 2 for 7.
Saying right back at you, Patrick Wells is always game for a back-and-forth shooting battle.
And no doubt about it, folks. This is exactly the way they wanted to start the game.
Well, they've been doing it on both ends, converting chances and challenging shooters.
Now here's Stopper, looking for his first basket, still in this one. And the Wolfpack, another 3.
And that's the thing with Wells. His biggest strength offensively is the jump shot.
And here it's the dynasty. It's a 10-point game. And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Ding! Yeah, just like an elevator jump. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep.
Here's Stopper. Pass to Timmerman. Kicks it out to Wells. A three-pointer off the mark. Down low. He's got a clear path. And the shot goes in. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. And the Wolfpack with possession. Down by 15. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Wells. Guarded by Wells. Launches a 3. Here's Adirko. His shot falls, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Zadirko is an absolute dog inside. He wants that fight close to the hoop.
To the paint. Here's Timmerman. Got a piece of it. And that'll be the Wolfpack ball as it goes out of bounds. They're able to keep it. And a new group getting ready for the Wolfpack.
Ricky Davidson, Jason Jr., Brett Hawkins. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Outside James. To the inside. Cordova. And it's blocked. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Time called as the Wolfpack decide to talk things over. Dynasty making a switch here. And the Wolfpack with possession. Pass to James. Fresh. Up top, it's Carter. For 3, Alex Cordova. Davidson pulls it in.
And you can sense their frustration all the way from the booth. They feel the game slipping away.
Understandably so. They're on the wrong side of an impressive run.
Offense and defense have really come together for them, helping to strengthen this lead.
They've taken absolute control of the action. Other team needs to get something going if they want to stay in this thing.
Now here's Fresh. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Now here's Cordova. Carter, guarded by Cobb. Back to James. Pass to Cordova. to halt the run. And the layup is good.
Carter has such a high basketball IQ. He's always looking for his next move and trying to find the open shooter.
Cordova grabs the board. They just can't get anything going. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to James. No good on the three.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
And he makes that one.
And he threw that pass right on time. Great look and a solid finish.
Lays it up and banks it in. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Nothing has come easily for them today.
Not at all. It isn't what you'd call the best of performances from them.
And he recovers. And that'll be the Wolfpack ball.
Eric Fisher. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Pass to Fresh.
2 minutes.
Carter. 5 on the clock. And Patrick Wells outside. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Yeah, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
And Wells gets it to go.
Yeah, looks like he took that last three a little personal.
Yeah, that was some payback right there.
Back to Cobb. Fires from deep. The rebound by Deshaun Carter.
And the defense, you know it. They dodged one that time around. That is a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Fresh. Carter.
First personal foul. Substitution for the Dynasty.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Wells is cooking this first half. Great scoring output from him. Fisher outside. Takes a three. Rebounded by James. A difficult situation for the Wolfpack here. Timmerman, covered by Junior. Back to Timmerman. Passes to Wells. Off target with the three. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. This one for three. Patrick Wells misses another. And so we got a pretty lopsided affair through the first half. The Dynasty on top, delivering the blowout. Plenty of action still to come when we return. The teams have had their break, the Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. Here's Dillard, and in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Guarded by Wells. Here's Zadirko. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Zadirko lives for the physical play. He goes right at the throat of the defense on that one.
Pass over to Robinson. Now James. Wells outside. 4-3. And it's Fisher with the rebound.
A lot of bricks put up off his shots, and one reason is keeps trying to force it when he's guarded. Move the ball around. He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him.
Called by the Dynasty.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Time call.
Soft touch off the glass and in.
And now we're seeing them find their groove on offense in this half.
They've been the much more efficient team, chugging along nicely right now.
Right wing. Pass to Timmerman. Carter. Here's Timmerman. Just 5 on the clock. And now Johnson to the right side. Deshaun Carter from the outside. That shot, no good. On the wing, Brett Hopkins. Fisher, defended by Fresh. The three-pointer goes.
Well, Danny, it's pretty obvious what they discussed at halftime.
Everything offensively has been perimeter-oriented.
Out to the right wing. For 3, Alex Cordova. No good that time.
You could see it in his eyes. He wanted to return the favor with that 3, but hey, just couldn't get it to go.
Inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He scored most of the points out there by himself. His offense is a big part of the recipe for team success.
And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Timmerman can't get it to go. You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Deshaun Carter from the outside. The shot that time, not on target. To the middle. Banked in off the glass.
Simply feeling it tonight. Most everything falling in.
Fresh, the screen. Deshaun Carter from the outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
Cordova outside. Carter. Pass to Fresh. Now here's Carter. Cordova outside. And again, the Wolfpack with the triple.
Stepping up to the challenge and returning fire from three-point range.
Whoa, looks like we have a real battle from beyond the arc.
And it's good for 2.
He came out of the locker room on fire. Great second half for him so far.
Now it's Carter outside. Out to the right wing. Johnson, covered by Junior. Now it's Carter outside. Zach Timmerman on the wing. Expanding his range. The shot off that time. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He's been a force on offense all game long. At times carrying the whole team.
He helped construct this lead, and he's making sure they maintain it.
Fresh, the screen. Beyond the arc. Carter, no good. Outside Cobb. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and he'll go to the line. So both teams making some changes here.
You look at this Wolfpack roster. A lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him.
The Wolfpack again can't hit it. This has been a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
That shot's good.
Some more nice work down low in the paint. He has really established himself inside.
Wells outside. Will it go? It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
The defense has to be thrilled to see him shooting those threes. He's been brutal this half.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
At the line.
Terrific find. Everyone loves playing with someone who can move the ball like that.
Shooting 1.
And now Wells. Outside Stauffer. The 3 ball. And Pat. Patrick Wells with the 3.
This has been the core focus of Wells' game offensively. He's just so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
Outside Luan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam!
Surging ahead at the right time.
Gaining some separation and putting it out of reach.
Up top, it's Wells. And there's another one for the Wolfpack.
They probably wish this run came earlier.
At least they are showing some signs of life. Something they can build on going forward.
To the paint. And he makes good on the layup.
That's how they want their offense to operate. Get the ball near the rim.
The 3. Another miss by Wells. Here's the Dynasty. Junior outside. He's money on the shots.
Nice flow to this sequence. Like to see the players working as a unit.
Now here's Stauffer, guarded by Cobb. Pass over to Robinson. Wells right side. Lets it go from deep. That shot doesn't fall. It falls. Slick pass. And up for the easy shot. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
A real gem. You could see why the Dynasty have been the team to beat. Great execution for them when it mattered most.
Well, you know the Wolfpack would give everything they had. You could feel the intense tone of this rivalry match early on.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Ultimately, talent just wins out. The Dynasty has a great group of players to build on, and they might have been tested here a bit, but they proved to be the better team.
And for Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo, this is Joe Lamy. Thank you for tuning in.
Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she came with her cousin.
Oh, I can't
Man, you mind if I talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
It
We're
is
going
a
to win
great
states
idea.
like that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right, and that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over, make the league? Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when the truth is, you scared to become the player you need to be in order to build a real dynasty. This is just a costume, bro. These words, meaningless, unless you put something behind them.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, think about it.